families, people walking up and down this river, you know. Before Maran came to this country, people have just walk up and down.
All day there was no river. All people used to walk from here. They used to camp, walk around. They never used to stop. They used to have bush tucker, bush feed, bush guana, all kind of feed they find.
They were telling me that they will move from Ivanhoe all the way to Lake It's coming to the trip and it's funny at what's happening and hearing that places around with language and that. I know about my grandfather and grandmother they was down here at Akal Dam station, but it got underground. We got underground, that's when they walked from Akal Dam station from here from Akal to Ivanhoe.
That's why they took this route, come down this way because there's a lot of food here, you know, which took off all sorts.
Well, my connection to the river is I'm also a countryman for the mob from this part of the country. They all Mirima and so all this river is very important to Aboriginal people, especially those from up here, or Mirima and mob that's involved with this part of the country. I think the wards and some of the family members here.
From my understanding, it is a track for all people that they use as a highway to get to Lake Aga. Well, it's amazing to know where all people used to camp on the way to their travel for their trade.
Connection to this country is part of my old people. My two granny, they used to walk through here back in the days, going through Argyle Station and back to Kununurra.
about 55 kilometres of river that goes down to the diversion dam in Kununurra, following the track of the Ord River traditionally before it was dammed.
I've been recording Mirrawong language since 1971, and the older people basically sang me back and wouldn't let me leave the country. And this particular trip, I have put the place names that old people have told me into Google Earth Pro, and we wanted to confirm them if possible with living people, and to also pass on the knowledge to younger people.
For the past 20 years I've been waiting to do this trip. When I started here 20 years ago, we did a boat trip like this and started to map the country with Mirrawong place names. And now we get a chance again to finish the job. So it's really good that those place names are not forgotten.
The department, which has had a long relationship with Mirrawong people and the Language Centre, and they started on this project in our former iterations of the department, probably about 20 years ago, so before my time, but for a number of reasons there was some parts of the place naming on the rivers that weren't finalised. So we've now reconnected to try and finish that project.
Has told us that the names have come from the dream time, like the country's given the people these names. So it's actually going back to the stories of the people on the boat, their ancestors or their parents and grandparents who've lived and walked this area, and we're capturing that information, which really keeps the culture alive and the language alive when it's shared amongst the community. So yeah, I think it's a really exciting and special project for everyone on the boat to acknowledge the country and this land that we're doing this trip for.
It's really good for identity and to showcase our country to other people, tourists and carriers and other Aboriginal people from elsewhere, and to be proud of our country and all this stuff. So yeah.
For us, the name, we need to hang on to that name, have that name for every area here, where they used to walk through, camp, and through that trade period too. This is where they used to come down with the Nenang, things like Guruvadu, Kaljing, all that kind of thing. They had to bring them down this way now and try it off. We started it up before a few years ago and, could keep it up to date really.
We know that there's such significant cultural importance for the Mirima people, but it's not out there in community for us to see and for the general public and tourists to see. So I think we're all going to learn a huge amount today and hopefully have that information out there, because just listening to the stories today about the trade routes and the food sources and the sites and the significance of that it's been really good.
I've grown up on the river ever since I was a 9-year-old boy, and I've worked on it ever since I was a working size man, and it means a lot to me, both from a personal perspective and a business perspective, and to have old timers out on here and hearing it from their perspective and hearing names in their perspective and laying that over what we grew up knowing it as is pretty cool.
think the trip, it's good to learn more about our family country, pick up this place and learn young one when they grow big. When they grow up, they can speak in English and language again, like us.
It's very important because I come with Granny and my two mothers to see all the names of country and all the places, and just have a look where they used to walk through and camp alongside of the water. Yeah, it's so special to come and have a look and the name of the country as well. Yeah.
I think about this trip is really important for us younger ones to learn about this country here, especially from Top Dam all the way down to Durham, and especially about how us small people used to be walking, camping, used to have a campfire spot every year, used to hunt and feed back then when this dam wasn't here. Back in the old days, they used to walk all the way to Ivanhoe Station, Runtime Drive. So yeah, this.
And it's very difficult for younger Mirrawong to access the river these days. The river was the heart and soul of Mirrawong country before, and now because of the two dams and because boats are expensive and getting on a boat is expensive and people are confined to town, they don't always get an opportunity to travel on the river and even see the places where their old people travelled.
this trip is really important for me to learn more and to pass it on to the next generation and to keep Mirima alive for us more on that. And that's the whole reason why I'm here today. Yeah, it's pretty good to be here. Thank you. Well, they need to know. The next generation needs to know about it, you know. Otherwise, no good for us. When Mirima people lived on the land, they knew where places were, what name they had, what dreaming site there is. So it's good for young people too to know that.
You know, the older people gave me these names for the country, and it helps. I think having the country named helps keep the country alive.
My role on the trip today is to take photographs of all of the places. So I'm just listening to everyone decide whether the place on the map is the right place and what its name is, and then I take a photo of it so that we can remember what it looks like. My role today is to connect, to listen, but also to help with some technical support. So actually making sure we're mapping the places in the right location, keeping track of the spreadsheets and the GPS coordinates.
just here to document some GPS points and set the Starlink up. Oh, it's a cool project, it's interesting. We'll help people out.
The role for me on this trip is to support Mowgli and Amber with the work that they're doing, and just to bit of an introduction to this program that the Language Centre is running with the traditional owners.
I think it's a great project, yeah. I've been involved in early stages of it years back when we had the Language Centre out in the early days looking at it. So to be re-involved again at the moment as it moves into the next phase and hopefully towards the completion is pretty cool as well. Yeah.
I think it's great because I think hopefully it means that many more people who use the river can learn about the place names in Mirrawong.
Remember the old people and remember Mirrawong country and remember how people lived before and speak, as Julima said, the country names came from the dreaming. Well, if you know the country names from the dreaming and you speak them when you travel the river, you help to make the country live, and it helps people to identify where their ancestors walked when they listen to the stories that I've recorded in the past, which we hope will also become tidied up and available through Mirima, Dawang, Woorlab-gerring later.
All the young people from the Mirrawong community get to learn those names, and of course for visitors and locals that live around the area, it's good if you know places by the actual names, and yeah, I'm really glad we're getting this done.
Bye.